Hey, how's it going, everyone? So I wanted to make a video on Stenocereus huastecorum. So huastecorum is from Mexico. It was often confused or thought to be the same as Griseus, which I have a Griseus over here. This is Griseus right here. And there's a difference in spination. The middle spines in Griseus has one spine, while huastecorum has three, like this. You could see it has a central one, and it has these two up here, and then it's a thicker cactus than Griseus. And this is a thinner form, but there's a thicker form I have also. And the fruit is the same. Sometimes fruit are bigger on bigger plants. You're gonna get bigger fruit. This is a small rooted cutting, and this is what the ripe fruit looks like. When it's ripe, it splits. But even before it splits, it gets ripe and it's good to eat. So this is ripe. It split yesterday. Yeah, this doesn't hurt, but you can see I have really rough hands. I gotta put cream on it, cream on my hands. But so you could use your finger or a little stick to remove the spines so you can harvest the fruit. I'm just using my finger here. But I'm actually going to leave this fruit on here. It's been open for a day or less, but I'm gonna let the birds have this. You know, there's some bugs who do like to eat the pulp. I'm gonna let the birds have a treat and let them eat that one. I'm gonna harvest some that haven't split yet, which are over here. So take a look at this. You see the color? It's red. And opposed to this, it's hard to see. You can see it's red, but it has some green. Let me show you in the other plant I had over here. There's an unripe fruit. You could see it better. So you could see green, the skin, right? And you could try touching the spines, and they are not falling off. So this is an unripe fruit, but you could tell by the skin. You saw how this one was really, the skin was shiny, it was stretched out. You could see the areoles look a little more puffy, and the skin is red, you know? And it's split, but I mean, you could harvest fruit before it splits. I did a short video on that recently, but I just wanted to make another one specifically for huastecorum fruit. So you can see how this one, it's red, and it has not split. This one also, you could see these are both red skin. So that gives me an indication that the fruit is ready or almost ready. These three over here are not red. This one seems like it's turning reddish, but not all the way. But these two are fully red. You see how tight these spines are together, and look how these are spaced out. So I'm going to give it the touch test. I'm going to touch, see if the spines will fall off. And they do. So you could use your finger. You could use your finger, or you could use a little stick. I was using my finger there, but you know, you could get anything. Oh shoot. Here, I have a little piece of a vine here. I'm going to use this just so I don't have to be as careful in taking these spines off. And sometimes you'll have spines that won't fall off yet. No, that one did. And that's because the skin is ripening, and at night or later on in a few hours, the spines will get loose little by little. All of them will get loose, and then they'll split. But I just want to harvest it before it splits. Look at this. These are totally ripe. So when the spines fall off like this, your fruit is ripe for huastecorum. And Okay. Did I get most of the spines off? Yeah. So I remove the spines and now I'm going to harvest the fruit. Gentle twist. You see it has not split, but it is fully ripe. And I'll chuck this in the refrigerator for a good hour, and then I like to eat my pitayas cold. Let me harvest this guy. And again, this is Stenocereus huastecorum fruit. There's all these different, you know, people grew them by seed, these huastecorum fruit, these huastecorum cacti from Mexico. So there's also a lot of variation, maybe hybridization. This is a really good a clone of huastecorum. The fruit size is okay. It's pretty good size, and I've seen them get it bigger on that particular clone. But yeah, it's a pretty good sized fruit. This one over here is actually a different clone, but it is a smaller rooted cutting. But you can see the fruit is bigger on this fruit is bigger than that fruit over here, side by side. See, it's a little bigger. They're both red though. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video on me harvesting these fruits. Yeah, all the spines are actually loose. So since all these spines are loose already, that means that these were gonna split probably in a few hours. They were gonna split, but I beat them to splitting. I beat any ants or bugs to get into them. And there's some people who are really grossed out by, oh, there's ants on my fruit. I don't wanna eat it. That's gross. I'm gonna get sick. No, you'll be fine. So well, I haven't gotten sick. So, but if you want to harvest them before they split, you just have to be diligent and be checking your fruit, the fruit color and the spines, a few times a day, maybe at least 2 times a day. And then you'll know when they're ripe. When you start seeing the skin color turn this color, and check the spines when they're loose, and you can harvest your fruit before it splits, and you won't be grossed out by ants. Or if you have a slug problem, that is gross. I recommend you use some slug bait. Yeah, use some slug bait. Make sure you don't have slugs on your cacti, because you don't want this to split and be sitting there all night or all day, and then a slug is on there munching away, and you get some bacteria or some shit from a slug. It's kind of gross. But if I have ants, that's fine. So I try to pick them I check them in the early morning, because sometimes they split overnight, and I'll pick it right away, and I'll eat it right away. They taste really good in the morning when they're cold. If I pick it right now is in the afternoon. They're like room temperature. So what I'll do is I'll chuck them in the refrigerator for an hour, and then I'll go ahead and eat them, and they will be really, really good. Anyways, that's it for now, guys. Cheers.